Hi, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk to you about authenticity. We talked about defense mechanisms and the different states of the nervous system. And my name is Heather. I'm just giving you quick little tools to help you through challenging times because we are living in challenging times. So, part of my hope is that the skills that I've learned, the skills that I hand on to my clients, that I can also share with you, that they become useful. Just little pocket-sized tools to help you manage this period of time, especially. So, I realized as I was talking about defense mechanisms, and then I wanted to shift into authenticity because when we were talking about defense mechanisms, it's like you're aware of these things that you do that keep you from your authentic self. But then I thought, well, we don't really have a goal with these tools unless we name it. We want to really have a target. So we're moving towards something, take these tools and moving towards something. And if I say, okay, we're moving towards authenticity, what does that mean? Right? So let's define it and understand it a little bit. And authenticity can mean different things for different people, or just used in different ways. In the self help world and yoga world, people talk a lot about in therapy about the authentic self. Well, what the heck are they talking about? So, right here in this moment, we want to talk about your core needs. Understanding that within you, you have specific needs that are different from mine that will arise in you throughout your experience in life. And how to hear those needs, meet those needs, respond, communicate those needs to others. So when we talk about authenticity, we'll have to talk about emotions. Before we dive into everything, because I get caught up in it all, I want to just help ourselves ground. So if we could just take a moment, there's this great little exercise in this book. I have it right here. It's Not Always Depression by Hilary Hendel. I know it's backwards in there. Really great book. And one of the exercises she does is distinguishing between thoughts and feelings. So we do a lot of internal check-ins that, check in with your body. And so we're going to do that right now. So if you can just take a moment, let go of your breath. And by that, I mean just exhale, let it go. You can close your eyes or you can just soften your gaze. And I just want you to concentrate on your thoughts right now. What are you thinking? Right? It could be, I have so much to do. This is really stupid. Why am I listening to another video? I have so much to do. What's going on in your head? Then let those thoughts just dissipate like fog, right? Just let it raise, disappear. And then move below your head and your neck into your body and connect to what you're experiencing in your physical form. What sensations are you feeling? You might notice your heart's beating quickly. You might notice you're holding your breath. Maybe you're breathing very shallow breaths, or maybe you feel really relaxed and you're taking nice, deep, full breaths. Is there any tension anywhere in your physical body? Any pain? And then just let that go. Let it go. And move back up into your thoughts. What are you thinking now? Has anything changed? What new thoughts have popped into your head? And let them go. And just one more time, check in with the physical sensations. I know I hold tension in my throat. You could probably hear it in my voice, something I've been working on for a long time. But I just am very aware of it. I'm very conscious of it. And so I just notice it. I'm not trying to change it, just sit with it. Notice your heart rate. Notice where your shoulders are. Are you wearing them like earrings or are they just dropped away from your ears? Is your back straight? Are you hunched over? Right? Just check in. What's your body doing? And then let it go. So just a quick back and forth. And I really like this practice because it helps people connect to their feeling space. So often in therapy, I'll ask, hey, what are you feeling today? What are you experiencing today? And people will tell me all their thoughts, all the things that they should be doing, or all the problems that they're trying to solve. And I'm like, okay, that's what's going on in your head, but what's going on in your body? What are you feeling? And so a lot of the work that I'm teaching you, or most of the work I'm teaching you, is about going into your internal world, understanding what your inner landscape is like so that you can respond to it. And so the very first place we start with, that I was saying earlier, with authenticity, I believe should be with emotions. Just understanding what the heck is emotion. Like, we have emotions, we have opinions of our emotions and whether or not we like them or not. But emotions are really important. So there's a psychologist, Newfield, I believe. Oh nope, he was. Sorry, I'm getting lost in my psychologist here. We'll just go back to forget I said that. Go back to thinking about survival. I think it's Damasio that said this. Regardless, there was someone out there, and one of the many books I was reading about emotion is imperative for survival. It is a call to action. It is um, a marker that happens within our system that helps us to realize, hey, you need to make a change. You need to adapt right now. This isn't working. So, anger, this person is violating my space or my boundaries, or something unjust is happening. I need to change it. Fear, get out, get safe. um, Joy, this is wonderful. This is amazing. Repeat this. This is good for me. So emotions arise in our system. We can't control them. They just come up. And I say control is because we can't control if they're going to come up. It's like a sneeze. Sometimes you're like, whoa, I feel like I'm going to sneeze, and you can stop it, but you can't really um, say when you're going to sneeze or when you're not going to sneeze. You just sneeze. So that's what an emotion does. It just happens. It happens because something is happening in your internal world. There's a core need that has to be met. There's some adaptation that your body is like, we need to shift. So a lot of times thinking about it, and we can kind of dive into that later about instincts, like primal instincts, because it is a part of that primal nature. So that survival. So that's that one piece of emotion. It's necessary for survival. The other piece that's really important, it's necessary for communication. It's our drive to we have a innate drive, and this is what our Newfold said, Dr. Gordon Newfold, was that we have a drive for closeness, right? And that's the attachment piece. And we'll kind of dive into that a little bit. But this need to be close to another person. We get close through sharing our emotions, through expressing emotions, through receiving emotions from another person, that vulnerability and being able to communicate and deepen that relationship. So this is really important to understand. We have these motivators, these emotions that are asking us to adapt or driving us to adapt to our situation. And then we have attachment, and this is where the two become very important in terms of authenticity. Because if authenticity is about our core needs, it means we have to tune into our emotions, know our emotions, and understand what they're asking of us and how to communicate that with another person. Back in the day, when we are born into this world and we are helpless and we need others to take care of us, our primary caregiver is usually our mother, but it could be mother, father, it could be grandmother, whoever that primary caregiver is. We have a drive, we have an expectation at birth to attach, right? For attachment, because we are born into this world and we need to attach to something to survive. So someone. So someone cares for us, they feed us, they meet our needs and keep us safe. And they also end up helping us develop emotional regulation. Hopefully, that's the thought, right? But then we have, this world. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of stresses. There's mental health. There's addiction. There's postpartum depression. There's dual incomes and both parents working, and it's hard to give all your energy and to the needs of the child in the way that maybe the child needs it. Some children are not as resilient or need to build up that resiliency, right? I know I was extremely emotional child, which is fine. I'm a sensitive kid. I was probably just feeling everything. And my parents they weren't equipped emotionally to help me manage that. That's okay. I learned how to later in life. That's fine. And that's the other beautiful thing, neuroplasticity. And we also, just because you're born into an environment where you may not develop secure attachment does not mean that's the end of the world and that's the only way you're going to be. It just means you got to learn a little, you got to adapt a little. So here you are. You have attachment, this need drive for closeness, and this drive, this that arises in you emotions to adapt to your environment for survival needs and for communication. Well, if we're taught that some of our emotions are unacceptable, say for me as a child, you know, probably I was overstimulated, I imagine. I grew up in a very loud house, a lot of anger, and I'm sure my body was just like shaking with, I need calmness, but it came out as crying. And I was told over and over again, that's not acceptable. That does not get my needs met. No one's going to respond to me. No one's going to help me. So, in order, you get this tension built between authentic needs, this need to be held, to be soothed, to be caressed, to be calm by a caregiver. And then you have the attachment need that I need this caregiver. So, I will opt for attachment needs over my own authentic needs. This is what we see all the time with kids. So they will opt and adapt to their caregiver's needs. So that can mean you grow up into an adult. You're a people pleaser. You can't stand conflict. You don't know how to express fear, or it comes out as anger because that was what was considered acceptable and fear was not. You know, you're hyper independent. Just do it on my own. I'm really good. I'm really proud of that. And then you start to realize, maybe that was an adaptation to survive in my environment. Was like I had to forget about relying on other people and having people meet my needs. I had to just figure a way out just to get through that situation. So I hope this is clear. I feel like it's a little jumbled and I apologize. I've just been a little off. I think it's the change of seasons and the weather's all over the place. But really, what I want to get down to is that to be authentic is to recognize through those defense mechanisms, through inhibitory um, emotions like anxiety, guilt, and shame, we hide from our true core emotion, our true need that's under there. A lot of the time, not all the time, but most of us do this. And we see this playing out on global stage, on the global stage right now, right? We see, and I'm going to try not to get down rabbit holes, but we see this happening all the time of just very big reactions and people not sure of how to maintain their lane, their take care of their needs, right? They're looking to blame other people and to react and to thrash out because it's too confusing, it's too overwhelming to our system, and perhaps that's what we were used to as children. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you. I hope this was helpful.